Hi, welcome to the Abyss Tarot T.A.T. Today's pick a card is going to be What's the Tea on You? We're only going to be doing 2 piles. We're going to be using my friend Raya's from Vibe About It. We're going to be using her 2 tea decks, graffiTEA, okay, graffiTEA Volume 1 and graffiTEA Volume 2. So let's go ahead and take a look at the pile selection, okay? So for pile 1, it's this graffiti deck right here, graffiTEA. Look how pretty it is. Okay, this is volume 1. And pile 2 is graffiTEA volume 2. Look at that. It's gorgeous. Okay. So go ahead, take a look at the piles. If you feel called to pick more than one pile, go right ahead, pick both piles. Timestamps will be down below, and I'll see you at your reading. Bye. Hi, welcome. So for those of you who chose pile number 1, graffiTEA volume 1, I always like to associate the piles with an element, but since we're only doing 2 piles, I'm going to be getting my friend Raya's also Vibe About It Pop of Love deck, which she has astrology cards in here also. So I'm going to pick 6 for this pile, and then I'll pull 6 for the, for the other pile. So let's pull the 6 that are going to be for this pile. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this one, 6. Okay, so let's see what signs you might be. Okay, we have Virgo. Okay, we have Sagittarius. So far we have 2 mutable energies. We have Aquarius. We have Capricorn. We have Scorpio. And we have Gemini. Okay, so we have 2 air signs, 2 earth signs, a fire sign, and a water sign, okay? So let's go ahead and take a look at the cards and see what is the tea on you. Okay. So remember, these signs could be your sun, moon, or your rising. We have Virgo, Capricorn, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Aquarius, Gemini. Okay. We have work addict, 62, breaking down to an 8. Can't turn it off. Work before love. Very Capricorn energies, okay? So yeah, so you might be a Capricorn, but people are probably saying that you're always working, that you don't have time like to invest in anything else. Because as you can see, he has all this stuff around him, like all this stuff that needs to get done, and it's like just his time is only invested in work. On top, winning and victorious. Okay, 126 breaks down to a 9. So you're always winning. You're always on top. It says you're always on top and you're a work addict. So these are positive things, you know. Okay, taking action, 109 breaking down to a 10, breaking down to a 1. So you're manifesting. There's this door here that's open. So you're manifesting new opportunities. It says finally doing something. So people see what they're talking about is that your life is progressing. Here with on top and taking action, work addict, they say that you're like doing something. Maybe they were seeing you not so motivated before, or not getting things done before that you wanted to do, you know, like maybe there was blocks. And now they're saying that they see you as having like doors opening up for you, and there's opportunity. So they're seeing you they're saying that you're somebody that is manifesting right now. You're definitely like on your path. They're saying that you are manifesting, like you're getting the work done, you're putting the work in for sure. Okay, what else? Okay, 209 breaks down to an 11, breaks down to a 2. Parental issues. Parent getting in the way, controlling parental figure. Huh. So here's like a man with a little child. So maybe you've had a parent that's always been in the way, maybe kind of deterred you from what you wanted to do, and maybe you're like, now I'm like, you're like, I'm doing what I want to do. You can't control me. I'm not a child anymore. So maybe people are saying that you're now doing what you want to do. Like you're not, you know, being stopped from accomplishing your goals, because there's definitely something that you are manifesting here. And maybe before you felt like, oh, you know, my parents don't like that, or just, you know, whatever. Also, this could be like a baby daddy, because it is a man here. This could be a baby daddy, or it could be a baby mama, somebody that has tried to stop you, that's given you a lot of issues. And it's this parent getting in the way. Yeah, like this person was getting in the way of you, um you know, opening these doors of having opportunities in your life, and you no longer have that. So people are like really saying positive things about you, because I'm hearing started from the bottom, now we're here is what I'm hearing. So it's like, yeah, from you've taken this from the ground floor, and now it's like now you're building on it. So ooh, on your own, look at that, 173. Okay, breaks down to an 11 again with the 11. Okay, so you're definitely manifesting what you want here on your own, doing things without help. Look at that. You are definitely doing things. And this on your own could also be that you don't have like your parent interfering, or the child, you know, if you have a child with this person, you don't have this child's parent interfering anymore. It's like now you're doing it. See how he's hiking, he's climbing that mountain. Again, we do have Capricorn here, the goat, right? The work addict. And let's read what it says for Capricorn. It's number 91 too, breaks down to a 10, breaks down to a 1. New beginnings, manifesting. You see, she has her eyes closed, and her mind that says success, dollar signs, money, right? So this is what her eyes are closed, what she's manifesting, what she's thinking of. It says hardworking, ambitious, team player, discipline driven, intelligent, and patient. That's the positive. Now the negative says pessimistic, work obsessed, just like how this one says work addict, work obsessed, stubborn, greedy, prideful, dismissive, rigid, and cheap. So these are also some things that people are maybe saying about you. Maybe they're saying that you're cheap because you don't want to go out, or you're cheap because you're like, oh, I'm trying to save because I'm trying to have more, like I'm trying to build something here, you know? But these are mostly really all positive things that I'm seeing, that people are saying like nothing is in your way anymore because these doors are opening. You're on your path. You are definitely on your path, taking action on your own. Okay, what else do we have for pile 1, please? And we have 202 breaking down to a 4 with overlooked. Not being valued or appreciated, undermined. Yeah, that's exactly what I think they're saying. That was the issue before. You were definitely being undervalued and appreciated, and that's why we have on your own here. Doing things without help, because before, when you try to get help, I'm sorry I sound so nasally, I'm still sick. When you tried to get help, you were just dismissed, basically, like, yeah, whatever, you don't matter. And now you're doing it on your own, and people are like, oh shit, did you see pile 1 is doing it on their own? They're actually doing what they said they were going to do. Like, they're actually getting it done. And I love that. I love that for you. Okay, what else? Okay. And we have 71, breaking down to an 8. Excuse me, I'm sorry. It says competition. Trying to win at all costs. Someone's intimidated by you. 1 second, please. Okay, sorry about that. I had to cough really bad. But here we have competition, 71 breaking down to an 8. This could be at work, okay? Competition. Trying to win at all costs. Someone's intimidated by you. And I'm guessing this is at work, because it is the number 8. It is the number of abundance. So we do have somebody that is intimidated by you at work, and they see you as competition. So they're saying that you're trying to win at all costs. That's why you work so hard. That's why this. That's why you're doing that. And they know that you're obviously getting on top. They know that you're putting in the work, and you're no longer being overlooked. So you also have somebody here, you know, with these two men kind of like struggling for the rope. Yeah, you definitely do have like somebody at work that kind of like your work rival, right? And they're intimidated by you because they do see you as competition, and they do see you as like somebody that is making more money than them, or is about to make more money than them. Okay, let me get one more, please. Okay, and we have 22, breaks down to a 4 again. mechanical, thinking logically and without emotion. Look at that. Yeah, so people are saying that you're just always thinking, you're always figuring things out, almost like you're like a machine, you're just working. Um, that you're not really like investing into like relationships right now, maybe. You're not like trying to go out and date, or if you're married, you're not, you're just basically working on getting that coin. You're working on success. You're working on building something, that is going to be a future for you and your loved ones, is what I see here. And some people are saying you're just like a machine almost right now. Okay, let's go ahead and get some tarot. What else do we have for pile one, please? What's the T on pile one? What's the T on pile one, please? Okay. No cards want to come out. I'm going to have to pull them out then. Okay, so we have the Knight of Swords in the reverse. Oh, we have the Five of Cups in the reverse. And we have the Four of Wands in the reverse. Oh, wow. Okay. So you might have gone through a separation or a divorce. And again, like I feel like it might have been this person here. Your baby daddy, baby mama, whatever this person was to you. I do feel like maybe you went through a separation, you went through a divorce. There was an ending here with this person. And it did hurt you. It was heartbreaking. It was hard to move on. But it's like this is better for you because you're able to actually focus and go after your dreams now, because again, I do feel like you were stifled or blocked in the things you wanted to do, and it's like now you're taking that action. Now those doors are opening for you. Now you're manifesting what you couldn't before. Now you're on top. You're winning. So this is something that people are saying, like that you're now kind of going at this on your own, right? Because we did have that card of, where was it, doing things on your own. Yeah, on your own here. And I definitely do see that here with these the Knight of Swords in the reverse, the Five of Cups in the reverse, and the Four of Wands in the reverse. So it's like you might have gone through a divorce, a separation, and it's like now you're on your own, but you're kicking ass actually. It's like the saying, teamwork makes the dream work, but it seems kind of like the person you were teamed up with wasn't really making that dream work, and now by yourself you're actually doing it. It's like with the Capricorn card here, it's like she's bringing those dreams with her eyes closed. See, she's bringing those dreams into a reality. She's creating these things for herself. Especially with Virgo being here too. Virgo always has a list. They're always prepared. They're always ready, you know? And we do have Aquarius here. How people are saying you're very mechanical. You know, Aquarius, it's not like they don't feel things, right? But they will put the focus on other things, on creating things. They're the creators, right? They're like the creators of technology and stuff. So you are focused on creating something right now. Okay. What else do we have for pile one? She has all these vegetables here with the Virgo. So you might be working on yourself, on your body, on your self-image, on how you look. You might be eating healthier. You might be like on a diet. So like again, people are noticing all these different changes that you're going through, but they're all positive, except like the one hater here that you have at work that sees you as competition. And then we have the Knight of Wands here. Oh, Aries and Leo, Sagittarius, and we do have Sagittarius here. So very go, 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 right? Sagittarius is very go, go, go. And again, they take the action. The Knights are about taking the action. You're definitely doing things. Yeah, your hair might be red, and then this on Virgo here, I'm looking at her hair, and it's kind of like a brownish color. But here with the Knight of Wands, you might have like red hair or reddish hair or reddish brown hair, auburn or something like that. People are like noticing your hair, they're noticing your looks. There's just something different about you. There's like this glow up that you are having. Mm-hmm. And like I said, you might not even be interested in like love right now, but it doesn't mean you're not interested in like hanging out with people. So maybe people are also gossiping, saying that they see you hanging out with this person, and that person, but you're not committing to them. And it's like, that's fine. You don't want that right now. Right now, you're focusing on your goal, you know? Okay, one more. What is this? And we have the Empress in the reverse. Look at that. Okay, and then the Ten of Swords on the bottom. So yes, definitely with the Ten of Swords on the bottom and the Empress in the reverse. Yeah, this could have been a separation from like your child's father, mother. If you have, you know, children with this person, there's a separation here. And again, you're having a glow up. You know, you're on your own. The Empress, right? She gets it done. She's very fruitful. She brings things to fruition. But with all these other cards here, like with the Ten of Swords too, and it's like, but there was an ending, but an ending for you to be able to kind of actually go after your dreams, go after the things that you dream of. Things had to end with somebody here. You could have also had somebody that was like cheating on you, F boy energy. You know, maybe that's why you separated or got divorced or ended things, ended a relationship. It could have been also that people are saying that this person was cheating on you with somebody else, or that this person got somebody else pregnant or something like that, is also what I'm getting here. Okay. So people are gossiping like there was like infidelity, is what I'm getting here also. All right. Well, that's all I have for you. I hope this message resonates, and I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hi. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, for those of you who chose pile number 2, graffiTEA, volume 2, I always like to associate the piles with an element, but since we're only doing 2 piles, I'm going to be using the 6 cards from my friend Raya's also Vibe About It Pop of Love deck. Okay. So, we're going to go ahead and see what 6 cards you used. So, we have Aries. Okay. Could be an Aries. We have Taurus. Okay. This is very bad bitch energy already. We have Cancer. Love it. We have Libra. Okay. Beautiful. Leo. Wow. Okay. This is bad bitch energy. And Pisces. Here we have the Dreamer. Pisces. Wow. Okay. So you could be in Aries, Taurus, Cancer, Libra, Leo, Pisces. Okay. You could be Sun, Moon, or Rising, one of these astrology signs here. And yeah, I'm getting a lot of beauty here. I'm getting a lot of beauty here. So people, that's probably one thing they talk about you is your looks. You're very attractive. Also your makeup. They all have their makeup so pretty, especially the Taurus here. She has her makeup like so put together. So people probably talk about your makeup, your look, the way you dress. Just very beautiful, very put together. But let's go ahead and see what is the tea on you. Okay, pile 2. What is the tea on pile 2? This reminds me of like, and I've told this story before already, but this is reminding me of when I was like in elementary school. I went into the bathroom with my sister. You know, she's my big sister, my older sister. I'm the youngest, and me and her went into the bathroom at school, and there was already girls in there, and they're like looking at me and like giving me dirty looks and checking me out. And then one of them says to the others, like, "Oh, look at," she says, "Look at Rosie. She thinks she's bad." And then I didn't say nothing. I just stayed quiet. And my sister, Pisces, being a Pisces, my sister says, she doesn't think she's bad. She is bad. You know, and I just like, that's something that stuck with me forever. And I love that, you know? And that's what's giving me the vibes here with these cards here. That people talk about you like, oh, look at pile 2. She thinks she's bad. No, pile 2 don't think she's bad. She is bad. Whether you're male or female, take it as it resonates. But you know what I'm saying, right? Okay, so that's what I'm getting. Ooh. Okay. All right, we have 224 residual effects. Lingering impacts of or consequences that continue after the main event, subtle and long lasting. So there's still something you're going through. People are saying there's something that you went through or some situation that happened to you and you're still going through it. Like it's still lingering, whatever the situation was, it's still lingering. So you're still going through whatever happened, no matter when it happened, you still have it. You still have like the residual effects of it. Okay, we have 236 with monkey branching. This is Gemini energy. Okay, it says going from one relationship to another without healing, carrying resentment from past relationships to new person. Ooh, oh, so people are saying that you go from to relationship and that you haven't given yourself like a break, or they're saying you don't like, they're saying you don't take long to move on. They're like you're quick to the next person, you know? And that does kind of sound like some hater energy, honestly. I mean, like, what is that their business, right? Maybe you're just going out to have fun, maybe you're not trying to be in a relationship or whatever. But there's people, they're saying, you're monkey branching, right? You're going from branch to branch, not giving yourself time. So also with this residual effects here, maybe they're saying that you went through like a really bad breakup and haven't given yourself enough time to heal from it, and you're already like out with someone else. Okay, we have 237 with rigged. Okay, this is such a nice card. Let me show them to you. Unfair manipulation to achieve specific outcome. Dishonest or unethical behavior. Deceptive outcome. Okay, so yeah, so people are saying that you've probably like done manipulative things to get what you want, to get some type of outcome. And we do have Cancer here, and people do say that Cancer is an emotional manipulator. So people are probably saying that, the T over here on you is that people are saying that you're manipulating people emotionally to get what you want. Here, the person has the world in their hands. So to get what you want, you're being manipulative of people's emotions, right? So, ugh. Pile one was very positive, honestly. It was a beautiful pile, to be honest. It was very positive. And this one sounds like you have a lot of haters. And you probably always have had a lot of haters. Like I said, this happened to me in elementary. And I'm like a little kid, and I'm in elementary. And I have these girls hating on me when I went into the bathroom. Like, what the hell? So you've probably had this, like, always too, since you were a little kid. Forever you've had haters. So you're somebody that's always had people talking mess about you, spilling tea that wasn't real, about you. Oh gosh. Okay, I'll take the top. These too many cards. Oh, she's pretty. Okay, 62 breaking down to an 8. Telling white lies. Okay. Sugarcoating, band-aid to cover potential wound, bends the truth, alters reality, and avoids hurt feelings. This is what people say it sounds like Libra, right? And we do have Libra here. Okay, it says, Libra says romantic, charming, diplomatic, fair, idealistic, social, clever, and smart. That's the positive. The negative of Libra, it says indecisive, self pity, vain, unreliable, superficial, ambivalent, I can't say that word, lazy, and fearful. But here with that, so that does sound like people are saying like the negative aspects of Libra, like you have that, like they're saying that you lie or you sugarcoat. And then here again with the band aid to cover potential wound, people are definitely talking about you being hurt. People are definitely talking about you being hurt from something that happened. Like I said, this could have been a breakup, because they're saying you haven't given yourself the time to heal, and you're going from like dating one person to dating another. But again, so what? If you're not trying to be in a relationship, so what? But that is definitely something that people are talking about. They're saying that you don't tell the truth, you stretch the truth, right? They say that you stretch the truth. And okay, so you don't want to hurt somebody's feelings, because it's this, she's saying that looks good on you. Like you're gonna say somebody that looks so butt ugly on you, you know what I mean? So you're being very like diplomatic, you're being very nice, and people are saying that you lie. They're probably wanting you to be like, oh, how could you tell her that her hair looks nice like that? You should have just said it looks terrible. And you're like, well, I just want to be nice, I don't want to hurt someone's feelings. So it's almost like you are damned if you do and damned if you don't. That's what I'm getting here with you. I feel like that energy of people just, they're always going to talk negative on you no matter what, is what I'm feeling, okay? If you do good, they're still going to like have something negative to say about it. Okay, one-sided story. Look at that, 88. Oh my gosh, one-sided story. Perspective from only one viewpoint, bias, unfairness. And again, speaking of Libra, they have the scales of balance, the fairness. Yeah. So people are definitely very unfair with the way they judge you. Unfairness, neglects, counter arguments. Yeah, so definitely very one-sided stories that people have about you. Again, even if you do good, I feel like people say negative things about you, honestly, and I'm sorry, but you do, like I said, with these cards here, with Aries, Taurus, Libra, Leo, Pisces, Cancer, like all these cards definitely give such a bad bitch energy. And I feel like it's just people are always gonna you know be jealous of you. Ooh, they're always gonna be intimidated by you too. I feel like you intimidate a lot of people, especially females. Judgmental stares. Look at that. 134 breaking down to an 8. Feeling judged by others, disapproval, social pressure, feelings of self-conscious. Look how they're just gossiping. That's exactly what it is. Judgmental stares. You definitely do have a lot of people look at you. Like I said, there's something about your look too. You're somebody very attractive. I'll tell you that. You're somebody very attractive, whether it's how you do your makeup, your hair, your clothes, or the whole package, right? But there's something very attractive about you. It's very like you're very eye-catching. And that makes a lot of insecure people judge you and stare. So you definitely do have a lot of people gossip about you. Okay, we have 171 with travel goals met. Visiting dream destination, achievement of dreams, ambition, personal goals met. So yeah, so people probably, talk about you traveling. Maybe you like to vacation. Maybe you like to, you work hard, play hard. Okay, is what I'm getting to. And people gossip about that because, like I said, with you, no matter what it is, you're always going to have people gossiping about you, and especially in a negative way. So even if you played hard, so you can, I mean, even if you worked hard, you can play hard, right? But even people are going to talk about that, like, well, why are you taking a vacation, or why are you going to take a week off? Why? Because you work hard, because you earned it, because so what? Because how about you shut your face? How about it's none of your business? You know what I mean? It's like I'm so irritated by these people because I can definitely feel like the energy that kind of attacks you, but it's because of jealousy. Wow. I'm telling you, pile one was such a positive pile. I loved it. And not that I'm not loving yours, but honestly, I definitely do feel like the attacks on you, you know? Like these people aren't just sipping on tea, gossiping about you. They're sipping on that haterade. Yeah, you definitely have multiple people like always gossiping and hating on you. And like I said, the monkey's a Gemini. This could be a Gemini that initiates all this. But, you could have, like I said, I feel like there's a lot of people here. Okay, we have 51, breaking down to a 6. Slow motion fights. A fight that lasts a long time. Calm moments with small storms. Best situations that last a long time. Kind of like your first card, right? Saying you have the residual effects of something that happened a long time ago, but it's still going on. So there's might be somebody, and again, I'm going back to the monkey. There might be a Leo. I mean, a Gemini, maybe a Leo too. There might be a Gemini that you had a fight with a long time ago, and this person's still like hating on you. This person's still dragging it on, and you're like, what? I moved on. Who are you? What? But they're still going on about it. They're still talking about you. They're still hating on you. They're still like, oh, this isn't over, And you're like, what the hell? It's been over. It's been years. Let it go. And they're not. And they're honestly not. Okay. And then look, as I'm cutting the deck, we have Death, Scorpio. Lots of changes here for you. Lots of good positive changes, but like I said, seems like you always have people that are going to say negative things no matter what positive things you have going on. You might be an artist too. You might like to draw or paint, and you have like people judging your work or saying negative things about it. Okay, we have the Eight of Cups in the reverse, Scorpio energy. Somebody in Scorpio again, right? Because we did see the Death card, Scorpio, as I cut it. And we have Scorpio again. So this might be a Scorpio, or you might be a Scorpio. But somebody that's not letting go. Somebody that definitely is gossiping about you. We have the Magician in the reverse. Oh my gosh, somebody that doesn't want to see the positive things that you've done. They're just stuck on the past. Ooh, and they're stuck on the negative. And then look at you here with the victory, Leo energy. And here we have Leo here, right? We have Leo. This is victory. This is you standing now. This is people throwing you your parade of your accomplishments, of your goals. And again, admirers. You have all these admirers like following you around. You might have a following on social media, on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, whatever the platforms are. You might have a large following, and you do have, like I said, haters on there. And we do have the Leo card here. It says the positives. It says magnetic, enthusiastic, outgoing, creative, romantic, leader, and generous. The negative, pompous, show off, over dramatic, pretentious, bossy, jealous, and possessive. So, these are your positive qualities for sure. But again, like I said, some of this tea, some of this is just lies from haters that are saying these negative things about you, that you're showing off, that you're pretentious, that you're this, that you're that. And no, look, you're not having a parade for yourself. People are throwing you a parade. It's your victory, but people are like, wow, you did a really good thing here. But then we have this person that is like, oh, it wasn't that great. It wasn't that big a deal. They didn't do that good. No, you did. You kicked ass. Okay, let me get two more cards, please. And we have the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, Virgo energy. Oh my gosh. This is somebody that is definitely somebody very selfish. And they're probably again saying that about you, because we do have that here with Leo. um that you're pretentious and a show off, and the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, that's who that is, and this is what they're saying about you. But this is actually the energy of these people, and it's almost like they're mirroring themselves to you, and all you do is hold up that mirror of who they really are, and then they try to claim it's you, when all they have to do is look in the mirror and see that it's them. It's all their bad qualities that they don't like, and they try to put them on you. Okay, we have the Ace of Swords in the reverse. Oh my goodness, people do talk negative-ish on you. The Ace of Swords, this is not truth, right? The Ace of Swords in the upright, it's truth. And in the reverse, it's not the truth. It's lies, it's BS. And again, no matter what you do, it's always going to be this way. Like, they're not going to give you your props in the upright. They're not going to join in the parade and celebrate you. There's people that are always going to be gossiping about you in a negative way. But again, you keep doing you. I definitely, like I said, feel a lot of bad bitch energy. You're the boss bitch. And there's always people that are going to be jealous of that. All right, well, that's all I have for you. I hope this message resonates, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.